Let's get it, ladies and gentlemen. We started off the year great. We have the lead in the division based off that final win. This Dolphins team is no joke, though. And so I'm actually very worried this is a trap game. So, it's a Thursday night game, even better. Yeah. Fingers crossed, boys.
It's week 7 of the National Football League, and all eyes are on Javonte Williams. He had a great week to build off of last time out, reaching triple digits and adding 2 touchdowns. It's the Broncos and the Dolphins under the lights on Thursday night.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Tonight we kick off week 7 with a great Thursday night matchup here, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Denver Broncos. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, but it'll be second down. You talk about this Miami defense. They were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. But he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. The numbers for Williams a week ago. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. The Broncos at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. And they've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Javon Holland coming up to make the stop. From the 31, here's the 2nd down and 6. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. Operating from the gun, Crawford. And that is incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. I think that's a good example of why they've been successful this year. They're fearless on any down.
And it's interesting that this year I asked an NFL head coach about being fearless and going for it on 4th down. And he said, people have to understand, there's fearless and there's reckless. I try not to be reckless when I make a decision to go for it on 4th down. In this case, fearless wins. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up. The numbers for him from a week ago. 16 carries, 53 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, obviously, he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Baron Browning, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Under pressure, they got him again. Baron Browning drops him again for the second straight. Up fourth down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken right at the 35. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Denver Broncos back out there. Former Tar Heel Javonte Williams, we shine the spotlight on him. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. He's to the 15, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way into the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy made the play. He gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation, time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. He's had a pretty miserable first half. The pick six a moment ago, the second one he's thrown, and we're not to halftime yet. Throwing after the interception, Crawford. Well, that's complete to the fullback, Ricard. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that will bring up second down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. On second down, Williams. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, it's Williams to the 43, second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Looking to throw on second down. Crawford. That's going to be caught by Judy. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 38. Off play action. Crawford.
This one swung out to Williams.
Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Off the play fake. Crawford.
Completed out left to Dobbs.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. With his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Broncos are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So Miami coming out for their second drive.
They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Up the middle, Achane.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a second down and 9.
Looking to throw. Gibbs. Looking middle, and that's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Here's 3rd and 10.
Back to throw. Gibbs. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Blocking the tackle, defense.
Now, you don't want to see that penalty at any point, but it adds a little extra to it when it comes on 3rd down.
It certainly does, because if this were a boxing match, they had him on the ropes there. 3rd down incompletion, 4th down upcoming. Instead, that mistake resets everything back to 1st down, which means they have to stay on the field longer to try and stop this drive.
Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw. Gibbs. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. On 1st and 10, Gibbs. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill from 10 yards out.
And the Dolphins have moved out in front.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they?
2nd and 10.
Off play action. Crawford.
He hits Dobbs on the crosser.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Crawford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I know we spent a lot of time talking about how the defensive backs read routes and make plays on the football. How about a good linebacker? Feeling the route, seeing the quarterback, jumps the play, and knocks it away. Really well done.
He'll buy some time right. This will be caught. Judy. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. Back to throw. Crawford. Toward the pylon. Caught. Touchdown.
Marvin Mims.
His 1st touchdown on the year.
And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the 1st half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
And the Dolphins with one final possession here in this 1st half.
And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And to the 43. The 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going into halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room.
They go play action here on 1st down. And this one is incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Off play action. Crawford rolling to his right. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Williams will score. Touchdown, Broncos. So that's now 10 touchdowns for him on the year. He's into double figures, and we're not even to the halfway point of the season yet.
Partner, doesn't this speak to how well he works with this offensive line? They know he doesn't need a giant alley to run through. He just needs a little seam. And he's so good at being patient, waiting for things to develop, and then accelerating when it does appear.
They'll look to run for him with Williams. And he will get into the end zone. So a perfect finish to the half. They get the touchdown on the final play, and 2 more for good measure. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you on out to our studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, guys, thanks very much. We'll get back with you shortly. But first, let's take a look at what's coming up this weekend around the NFL. As far as the early games go on Sunday, we'll have our eye on Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. A big one for the Chiefs, as they'll have to contend with the San Francisco 49ers. Out on the West Coast, more good stuff in the late afternoon as we'll be watching the game at SoFi Stadium. Well, it will be the Chargers taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. And one more to highlight, a good one on Monday Night Football between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Now here's a throw that's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list.
And the Dolphins are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are all tied at 28. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half.
Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara.
And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
To throw on 3rd down. Crawford flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
Flushed out right.
Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 3rd and 4 now. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Williams. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On 3rd down, Crawford. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. He's been his typical solid and reliable self, hasn't he, Charles?
When you have that go-to receiver that you can count on in the situation where you absolutely have to have him, there's nothing better for anybody who's throwing the football. But the best part is the payoff. 2 touchdowns already. That's the bottom line when you throw the ball to a guy.
Absolutely. Not over 100 yards right now, but he does have 2 touchdown catches.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. So their move is to decline that so they don't get another 2nd down. It'll be 3rd.
So that has to tell us that they're pretty confident in their 3rd down defense, right?
Absolutely.
Whether it's a sub package or nickel package, whatever they want to run out there, they feel like they can defend here on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, H.M.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield.
So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards.
And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30.
41 yards rushing for him now to this point. Now 2nd and 3.
Looking to throw. Crawford. Open man. He completes it to Judy. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big play there on the catch and run. And the Broncos are going to... downs.
Williams trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1.
2nd and goal from the 1. Williams will try again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Javonte Williams
With career touchdown number 60.
And the Broncos have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Miami's offense set and ready to go.
And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
Welcome back now to Denver. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. To throw on 2nd down. Gibbs.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
To throw on 3rd down. Gibbs. And this throw will be intercepted.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Broncos will take over possession here up at the 44.
Good start. Here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They begin on the ground with Kamara.
To about the 48-yard line.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
He takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. The busy night continues for Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Crawford sliding out of the pocket. It's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And his kick is right there. It's good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field.
A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
On 3rd down, Gibbs. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. In this game, 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one. Not down another turnover on his ledger.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And they're going to get the football back in great field position. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That 2nd down play nets a -4. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 11. Now Williams running left. And he's going to be marked down short of the 1st down, right around the 17. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And last time went for it on fourth, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Gibbs. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. On 1st down, Gibbs. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They run it again with Williams. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the 1st down, close it out.
They run. It's Williams. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard.
Offside, defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get more. Love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
The win for the Broncos seemingly assured. They go down to a knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road. but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Denver, they remain one of the hottest teams.